Queen is presented with a bouquet on her arrival with the King at the works of Messrs. Short Brothers, where they spend over an hour inspecting one of the most active aircraft factories in the country. The Queen is shown models of some of the latest craft, and Their Majesties then move on to examine one of the big flying boats destined for ocean air routes. When the Queen emerges, she makes a charming picture as she smiles happily and waves her hand to the crowd. Finally, Their Majesties make for the slipway, where they stand in the rain to watch one of the flying boats, launched only the day before, take off on her first flight. Who says that women are no good on the road? These competitors have just completed a 1,000-miles run from Paris to Saint Raphael. And that's not all. They have further exacting trials to undergo, selecting the right key, for instance. But she does it. Then the backing trial, and it's a good thing those little blocks are not human beings. Ninepins is almost the word. Stand clear. Oh, yeah? Fishing, too. One of those little fish has to be hooked before the lady can go on. Somebody must have helped her. She still has to bowl over a few skittles. Anyhow, to cut a long story short, Madame Simon is first in general and wins whatever there is to be won. A young lady with taking ways. What is thought to be the perfect baby's gas mask has arrived, and it's being demonstrated by the Home Office in London. It looks something like a diver's helmet. And now the perfect baby's gas mask is being fitted with the perfect baby. In goes a few weeks old youngster, and the lower part of the apparatus is strapped round his body. He takes it all lying down. What a crowd, and they all paid their bobs to see a lot of coppers. It's the cream of Australia's police on parade, and boy, do they look good. No wonder the criminals of Down Under are turning to darts and shove halfpenny for excitement. And now they've gone all wooden. But don't ever call an Australian bobby wooden-headed unless you're tired of life. It's time for the big discharge, so listen to the thunder of the cannon. And don't the bad lads applaud. Hello there, changing the guard. Girls step in when policemen cease to tread. Sing up, boys. Welcome to the President of the French Republic, our firmest friend amongst the great nations. Welcome, too, to His Gracious Lady, Madame Lebrun. Their visit to Britain will seal anew the understanding between two mighty nations, which, taken together, cover a third of the Earth's surface and embrace 1/3 of its people. The British Navy is still the mightiest in the world, and its strength is increasing. This year we are building more ships than ever before in our history. The boom of Britain's might at sea is echoing round the world. If you add the French fleet, the two navies have a combined tonnage greater than all the other European fleets, a tremendous factor for the peace of the world. On her air force, Britain is spending £250,000 a day on new planes. Every record for the modern mass production of new machines has been broken. Soon they will disperse the clouds of danger in the air. And France, too, is building a mighty war machine, adding new and faster types from a friendly nation across the sea to the products of her own factories. And on land, Britain is finding new crack weapons to bring speed and mobility undreamt of in the history of military tactics. Today our army is larger than that which left our shores in 1914. Britain's frontier is in France. And France is ready. Once before, when the freedom of Europe was threatened, Tommy Atkins crossed the sea to join with the lads of France in defense of a common ideal. Such is the power of Britain and France side by side. That unity of purpose, which was so amply demonstrated last year to all the world, has been built up in 35 years of trust and friendship. It was by King Edward VII of blessed memory that the Entente Cordiale was first sealed. It was confirmed by King George V in the stress of the Great War, when he visited the battlefields to review the Allied forces. And London still bows before the figures immortalized in bronze of the two great leaders of that tragic struggle of 1914-1918. In the post-war world, Monsieur Doumergue, another French president, came to London. And a year ago, King George and Queen Elizabeth were the guests of Monsieur and Madame Lebrun. Historic bonds were renewed, and the friendship between France and Britain, guardians and arbiters of peace, was even more firmly established. So let us measure the unity of our two nations in the warmth of our welcome to our guests. Let us prove to them and to all the world Britain's pride and joy in this friendly and historic visit. Mrs. Searle, wife of one of the workers, launches the latest motor torpedo boat from Thornycroft's yard. The new craft, built for a foreign government, is 65 feet long and is driven by engines generating 1,800 horsepower. She's one of the fastest and most effective vessels in her class, as you'll gather from a glance at her formidable torpedo tubes. Speed and range are two vital elements in modern warfare, and the sleek lines of the motor torpedo boat embrace both. Over 400 competitors on their toes for the start of the international cross-country race, with heavy rain making the heavy going still heavier. Incidentally, Worsley is near Manchester. The entry is the largest on record and includes 44 teams. They've got to churn it up for 10 miles. Yes, it's still raining. Though they can't get over the weather, they can just manage to get over the gate. Now the field is thinned out, and we can't blame it. Coming up for the third time, so to speak, is J.T. Holden, the winner, who does it in 63 minutes, 32 seconds. Number 656, you've had a busy day.
It's graduation day at the Military College of the Nation at El Palomar, province of Buenos Aires. Roberto Ortiz, president of the Argentine Republic, presents commissions of sub-lieutenants to the 122 cadets, the honor men being rewarded with the coveted assignments to the Aviation Corps. Commissioned officers now, they proudly parade their underclassmen in review. Fathers, mothers, and sweethearts drill to the marching feet of the banner battalions of the Argentine.
On Italy's Mediterranean coast, it's the International Sailing Regatta. White sails in the sunshine, white spray on a blue sea. A day for yachtsmen to dream about. So just imagine you're one of the competitors and come with Pathe Gazette out across the smooth Mediterranean.
The sports spotlight focuses on Annapolis, where the academy teams carry their rivalry to the basketball court. McDavid, 88 of Army, passes to Coles. Outside the Navy defense, he heaves a long one back to McDavid, who sinks it to tally for West Point. The Navy starts the bombardment with Guestier, number 16, taking the pass. He shoots, and it's good. The Navy is trailing but fighting hard as Holmes chucks it to Gillette. He lets it go, and it's a perfect shot. Navy pulls its defense tighter around the basket, but McDavid's got it again, and he loops a long one through. Now the Army starts driving. Copes to McDavid, and the Cadets win 46-32 as Captain Brinker pivots, dribbles, and drops it through the corners.